Welcome to the Social Bee podcast with your host, Louise Brogan. Every week, Louise will be bringing you a podcast all about women entrepreneurs, talking about their challenges, their goals, and inspiring you to either start your own business or grow the business you have. Visit www.socialbni.com to join our community and pick up some lovely freebies to start marketing your business online today.
Hello and welcome to this week's Linking In with Louise podcast. So, what a week we are in. I'm recording this on St. Patrick's Day 2020, and the kids are home because, the two older ones are off school, and then I just decided to keep my youngest one off school as well because I actually thought we'd all go out for the day, and then I had a sore throat earlier and I just thought, oh no, panic, can't go out in public, have to stay in the house. Took 2 paracetamol and I feel completely fine. So false alarm, but I think that's how we're all living at the minute, isn't it? We're all hyper aware and everything is just different. I'm looking forward to when we're all a bit more settled and we have what we call a new normal, which I'm hoping will happen in a couple of weeks. So we're all kind of settled down a bit more. When this, I guess the schools will be closing in a couple of weeks. I don't know. Who knows? It's a new day every day. So where does that leave you with your LinkedIn and your business and everything online? It's interesting because I really started niching down into LinkedIn in around August 2019, and it's been a brilliant pivot for my business. And I've been doing lots and lots of local training and local workshops in person, as well as helping people with their LinkedIn online. So I've been rewriting LinkedIn profiles for some clients. I have been doing LinkedIn profile reviews, which is where when you sign up for that, I record a review of your profile and send you over 2 whole pages worth of feedback and actions to take on your profile so you can update it and really improve it. I have run my Level Up Your LinkedIn group coaching program. I have a DIY LinkedIn program. And on the 23rd of March, which when this goes out should be next week, I'm running my LinkedIn workshop that I usually do in person online. So changing times, but I suppose what I wanted to say was that I am very lucky because I have been working from home or in co-working spaces for about 5 years now. I created so much content online. I'm very comfortable creating online courses and creating webinars and doing Facebook lives and videos for LinkedIn and Instagram stories and all that stuff. So I'm probably a step ahead of a lot of you listening who are thinking, well, how do I do that, Louise? So, how do I get online? How can I take what I know and my expertise and put it online? And that's really the help that I wanted to offer you all today. All of the courses that I have on my Teachable website you can get 50% discount on them right now with the code SPRING2020. That's 2020, including my fully comprehensive How to Create Your First Online course, which I have had nothing but positive feedback on from the content in that course. And my teaching style is very step-by-step, hand-holding, not dumbed down at all, but making things very nice and clear for people. So if you are thinking about creating an online course in your business or creating one-off workshops online, whatever you need to do to transition at the moment, then I think that would be really helpful for you. And because people are worried about their cash flow at the minute, I've really cut down the price, but also created a payment plan for people who can buy that program for £37.50 a month for 6 months. So hopefully that will really help people. You can get in there and create an online program or an online workshop that you can sell to people for £99 each then, hopefully you'll have made your money back even before the first month is out. But what about LinkedIn? If you're like me and your LinkedIn feed is full of lots of people talking about coronavirus, let's not do yes, do that a little bit, but what about using it to show your expertise and show your thought leadership, and really taking the time, now that you can't get out and talk to people face to face as much, and you can't stand in front of a group of people and show them that you know how to do whatever it is that you do. This is, a really, really good opportunity to focus in and drill down on raising your visibility using LinkedIn if your clients and customers are on there. So if you are, for example, a coach or a consultant, if you are somebody who wants to be known as an expert in your field, if you are working with other businesses, or your customers are solo entrepreneurs or even big brands, you can get on there and really make a mark for yourself by showing up consistently and using LinkedIn to build your networks, build your client base. And people have to keep going in business, and they will need your help and support, and you want to continue on there. If you haven't started using LinkedIn yet, then maybe now is the time to really consider it properly. I'm going to continue doing my podcast weekly. I'm going to continue offering my one-to-one sessions, which I love, by the way. It means we can work with each other regardless of wherever you are. I will simply set up a Zoom link and set up a time and connect with you and help you with your issues with LinkedIn, or teach you how to use it. I really love helping people, and that's one of the reasons I have the podcast as well. So don't despair. St. Patrick's Day, I'm sure there's lots of lovely quotes I could throw at you. I can't remember any of them. Oh dear. Just keep calm and carry on. It was definitely not a St. Patrick quote. But do you know what St. Patrick was famous for? There's several things. So first of all, he wasn't actually born in Ireland. So he was born, I think, in Wales or Scotland, and was sent to Ireland. He was captured by Irish pirates at the age of 16 and brought as a slave. Oh my goodness. He was buried, I believe, in Downpatrick, which is very near me. In fact, I did Down Cathedral in Downpatrick. I was doing a local workshop there recently for the Rural Community Network in Downpatrick, and they had so many things planned for today, which I'm sure haven't gone ahead. He's most famous in my house growing up for being the man that threw all the snakes out of Ireland. We don't have any snakes. He was credited with converting Ireland to Christianity in the 400 ADs. I know that he was supposed to farm sheep on Slemish, which is outside Ballymena in Northern Ireland. And it's the most oddest shaped hill. I think it's a volcanic plug. My dad and I used to go with the dog. In fact, one of my last memories of my dad before he got sick was going up Slemish with him and the dog when we had an Alsatian back then, or German Shepherd. So it was definitely a favourite spot of ours, Slemish. So, happy St. Patrick's Day. Well, by the time you listen to this, it's over anyway. Maybe by next St. Patrick's Day, we can all go out and celebrate. That would be really nice. And keep calm with your business. Show up on LinkedIn. Come and connect with me on LinkedIn. It's linkedin.com/in/Louise Brogan. I'm going to have a couple of people on in the next few weeks as interview calls. But I'd love to hear what you'd like to know about for LinkedIn, especially right now, how you can use it. I am participating in a LinkedIn run trial of events on LinkedIn. I mean, what a month to have the trial. So I was running my LinkedIn breakfast in Belfast, and I was trialing out the LinkedIn software with a team from LinkedIn in order to give them feedback on what I thought of it. And it's had my event has moved online. So my workshop I'm doing on Tuesday the 24th is actually going to be part of that trial. So that bit will be, if you join me on that workshop, you'll be part of the trial, kind of. Although you'll not really realise it, obviously. But what I'm going to be covering in that is how to write a LinkedIn headline that will attract your ideal client, what you need to include in your LinkedIn profile to win business. And that is not just writing your about section, not just having the profile photograph and the cover image, but the whole profile. What steps do you need to make sure you've got in there? And how do you write that when someone finds you online, they want to connect with you and even reach out to you to talk about business? We're going to look at the content that you need to share on LinkedIn to establish your thought leadership, and content to get engagement. So it's one thing posting up on LinkedIn. It's another thing entirely posting content on LinkedIn that people respond to. We are going to look at the 3 main mistakes to avoid on LinkedIn, and I'll just leave that hanging for you. And then we're going to look at how to use LinkedIn InMail, which is the messaging software inside LinkedIn, to convert contacts to clients. So we're going to cover a lot of information. It's a 90-minute live workshop, and there'll be plenty of time for question and answers at the end. I'd love you to join me. We are going to run a second one for the US market, and I will get that date out to you ASAP. But just to share some statistics with you on my LinkedIn account. So since the start of January, I've had 83,000 views of my LinkedIn profile, 844 comments on my posts, and 1,191 likes or engagements on my posts since January. And that has led to business as well. Actually, the stats don't show how much business that has led to. That's obviously what I know about my own business, not what I put out into my LinkedIn network. But that's just some of the data around how good LinkedIn has been for me. So if you want to come and join me on that, go to socialbni.com/power up your LinkedIn. That's POWER-UP-YOUR-LinkedIn. Or just go to socialbni.com on the homepage, and there's a link right there to join us. Everybody who comes along to that workshop will get a recording sent out to them afterwards, and you will get a chance to ask questions throughout and at the end as well. So be very hands-on with me, and I'm really looking forward to helping you with your LinkedIn in the workshop. In the meantime, if you are staying in your house, try and fit in some exercises or stretches, I think every couple of hours. Try and drink lots of water, and make sure you've got paracetamol stocked up. And you might hear my children in the background. If you have children working around you, good luck. I have no advice for that. I think there's going to be lots of bribery and corruption, cookies and TV, as well as homeworks and jigsaw puzzles and stuff. Just bring on the spring so they can go outside. That would be wonderful. I'd like them just to be outside in the trampoline bouncing. But anyway, look after yourselves, and I will speak to you on the podcast next week. Thanks, everybody. Oh, yes, of course, if you do know somebody who would be interested in the podcast, I would be delighted if you would share it with them. And I know that some of you have been leaving me podcast reviews, and I can't access the ones on the US Apple Podcasts. I mean, what a nonsense. So I will ask one of my friends to go and read them, or send them to me so I can read them out on the podcast. But I really, really appreciate that. And I'll speak to you on the podcast next week. All right, folks. See you then. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Social Bee podcast. Come and join us over at www.socialbni.com, and let's start creating a buzz about your business. And if you like what you hear, please pop over to iTunes and leave me a review. I'd really appreciate it. See you next time.